Dr. Baumia, I supported him heavily. The campaign, heavily, Eastern region and across
heavily
the country.
Means what?
But I'm talking about heavily. I mean, he knows. And so,
God is giving the person an opportunity to expose himself. Hey, people, you are here saying, why has he said that? And that's his 8 years, sir. The next person that should follow should be Honorable Brian. I've heard people make that argument. And in fact, I somehow agreed along the line, because I'm looking at in the long term. I mean, by 2036 on the Brian, how do you call this man? The former Minister of Education. I forgot his name. Educhum, Brian Educhum, 2036 on the ticket of the NPP won't be bad. And yeah. And so we all like his composure and his history, so very nice. Having been a former soldier in the US Air Force, come down to Ghana, successful businessman, one of the wealthiest people in Ghana. Right? So I'm always proud that such people are in our party and identify with the Buza Dombo. This evening, I'm forgetting this. Danko Abuza Dombo tradition. I've always loved that. I'm on baby. Sometimes, he gives people the opportunity for us to see their true colors. Okay? And me, when I was listening to a lot of commentary within the week, my mom say, school now my head shape rough, but I was hearing a lot of people talk. And I Brian there, and I might make us go for your video left and right. Me say, go for a party. Why are you people trying to fight against God? God is giving the person an opportunity to expose himself. Hey, people, you are here saying, why has he said that? Whatever the case, before I go to Honorable Brian, whatever he said, no. Baumia camp. Baumia camp. We must understand something. Pamcho, this is to my camp, me boss, your camp. We must understand one thing, he said, all the candidates cannot behave like us. You have to make peace with it. Don't expect Brian Champon to behave like Dr. Baumia. They are not the same people. They don't have the same training. They don't. Don't expect Honorable Kennedy Japan to behave like Dr. Baumia. They don't have the same training. They have not suffered the same things in life. The Bible says that the difference between the first Adam and the second Adam is because Jesus Christ has learned obedience through the things he suffered. Adam just came as a man. You get it? Godfather Rasha, welcome. So don't expect any two people to behave the same way. That is why in the end is one person that will lead us. So it's up to you and the delegates to see, say, who has a character that you can identify with as a patriot. Then you support that person. And to me, say, Honorable can hear mistakes, bisa, I am there. Say, Brother Champion hear mistake, I am there. I am there, pa. It gives more room for our campaign as a Baumia team to go to sail through. And those of you who are trying everything as much as possible to let Honorable Brian keep quiet, Pamcho, stop fighting against God. Pamcho, let's stop fighting against God. Let's allow God to do his own thing. Honorable Ken Wakan, now he's become like an angel. He's more or less like an angel. But if you allow him to keep talking, like by now, you and I will have more things to speak about. So let's allow the candidates to speak. Let's allow Edrichum to speak. Let's allow Brian to speak. Let's allow Honorable Ken to speak. Let's allow Dr. Baumia to speak. He has already been speaking. And who else? Who else is in the race? I think so far, those are the people who have come out. And yes, sir. I've forgotten someone. Hey, engineer, Kabina Japan. Let's allow him also to speak. As they speak, we'll get to know them more, and our choice will become clearer to us. But the reason why I am coming to address what Honorable Brian said this night is because, you see, I want you to listen to him himself. I just want you to make a decision for yourself. So that's why I come to speak about it. And yes, sir, me bekase asema okaye no bad, Debbie. But I just want us to draw some lines and connect some dots. Now, we are told, say, Honorable Branja Echampo, he said, say, if Yetwa Banuma Dr. Baumeno be flag bearer, na obe president Omampenia, ebema sa ntokwa ekoso aboku between the Mamprusis and the Kusasis, no, emube dimpa, enyesa, yes, na okay. Okay, good. Now let's start our conversation. I want to play a tape for you. About is it 2 or 3 weeks ago, no? The same person, Honorable Brenda Champon, Okosha delegate and Okas assembly about the fact, say, Sika and all those things and all how he has spent and has paid for the party or Eastern region and all. And the Okawie, you know, a lot of people were talking. And so he has this blogger, IFN Ukwu ambassador. So the blogger had a quick interview with him for him to clarify whatever he said. I want to play to you the words of Honorable Brian that day, and then I'm going to draw something to your attention. So let's hear him. It's just about some 2 minutes. Let's hear what he said that day.
Boss, and now we see NPP former in Northern region.
Medical, internal NPP elections, and Now we share party for now. I had about quite your own person who say party now person would dear new. Then now I Ediama party now. Your party leader, your party flag bearer. What has been your contribution to your party? And so it is important that if you have contributed, you let the people, the party delegates, this is an internal election, you let the party delegates know what you have done for the party. I've done a lot of things for this party in terms of intellectual resource, in terms of physical activity, in terms of financial. And I make cancer with natural. The bar 2016 election, President Kufuor said I was the single largest contributor to the NPP coming to power. Menka Sebi Ada Kobiabwa Bia contributor sacrifice my party, but I'm talking about what I have done. And because I'm standing an election and people are asking me questions, I have to let people know what I have done for this party. Dr. Baumia, I supported him heavily, the campaign, heavily, Eastern region and across
heavily
the country.
Means what?
But I'm talking about heavily. I mean, he knows. And so he knows how much I contributed to his election. He has the facts, I have the facts. MPP party in India, soon.
Okay. The most important place for me in this interview, and he said, first, he's talking about money. Honorable Brian Champon is talking about money. How Honorable Brian Champon were using a Sika sponsor MPP party, no? Or say 2016, even the former President Kufuor even trusted and Onwaka say on Brian Unkwana already the highest amount of money ever campaign. No problem. Oh, no problem about that. Now, when he continued, he says that Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, and this is where it becomes very important for you to listen. He says that Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia can testify. Hey, President, how are you doing? President Charles, welcome. You people went to enjoy with that test because we are in Ghana. No problem, we no ball. Right. So, Honorable Brian said that Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia can testify that he, Brian, has supported him heavily, plenty money, going into 2024. So please always remember this, that Honorable Brian himself has testified that he has supported Dr. Bawumia's campaign heavily in 2024. Now, the first question is that when he was supporting Dr. Bawumia heavily with plenty money and doing everything possible for Bawumia to become president last year, did he know that if Bawumia should become president, it is going to worsen the Mamprusi-Kusasi conflict? He must answer that question. It's a very, very important question he must answer. When I will say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be president, Mampusi for ne Kusasi for fight I see Obokuno is going to worsen. Okay? But on the other breath, you are saying, say, in the past, just last year, no, who Sika or the call Bawumia somebody president, no, Nanya Sem Kitwa. So were you helping Bawumia for him to become president for more Kusasis and Mampusis to die? Honorable Brian, just less than a year ago. Or were you not thinking about those people when you were helping Bawumia last year? Or you rather choose Bawumia becoming president over the lives of Ghanaians last year? Please, are you getting what I'm saying? The assembly say, you are saying, say, anybody be a president, and yes, sir. Now, why is that 6 months ago? I mean, 1 year ago, you were pushing money behind that person for that person to become a leader. Because you see, every citizen, our first loyalty is to Ghana before our political party. Yeah. That is why Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on the 8th of December last year, people were telling him not to go and concede defeat yet. He said, no. There is too much anxiety in the atmosphere. People don't know what is going on. People are scared. So if it will take me coming out early to concede defeat for the pressure to go down, I will do it. Because the loyalty of every Ghanaian must first be to the nation, to Ghana. Not your party, not NDC, not NPP, not CPP, to Ghana. Anyone who is loyal to Ghana then, anyone, I will tell you, anyone who is loyal to Ghana will always choose NPP second, I tell you. Yeah, because when you look at the history of Ghana, the progression of Ghana, how well Ghana is doing, or how well, or whenever Ghana does well, and you want to trace it against which party mostly is in power around that time, MPP almost all the time. And anyone who is loyal to Ghana will be loyal to MPP. So Honorable Brian is telling you and I that in last year, when he was supporting Dr. Bawumia, he wasn't being a good son of Ghana. That is what he's saying indirectly. Yeah. By the message now he's championing. It's not even about the tribal beat. Yes, a tribal crown, no. But one can say last year, who the Sika be brave at the supported Bawumia campaign. Because I trust very much, say, you wanted to see Bawumia become president deep within your heart. Because I am reliably informed, say, even going into 2022, internal primaries, Brian was supporting Dr. Bawumia. And in that 2022, no, says now man pusini kusasi for na boku still. And God did thank you for the gifts. Said that conflict was still ongoing then. Yeah. Even after the primaries, you still supported the man. Now you see, in life, one group of people that you must be very, 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 very careful about. When you see them, if God gives you the grace and you are able to pinpoint themselves, nipa way, it has this trait, you should always avoid. And you form circumstantial friends. Yeah. When they are with you, they speak good of you, but when they leave you, that's when they remember that there are bad things to say about you. Such people, always avoid them. And never trust such a person with leadership. Yeah. You see, if there is one thing, you should always, or let me say two things, if there are two things that you should always cherish, it should be loyalty and conviction. Yeah. If there are two things you should always cherish, it should be loyalty and conviction. Your loyalty to Bawumia should not be because if he becomes president, he's going to appoint you as a minister. You must be convinced that the man you are following is the best person for Ghana. That is what some of us are following Dr. Bawumia. I always tell you here. I always tell you. You must be convinced that this man is the best for Ghana, the country. It's not about our individual gains. Because if it is about individual gains, as for that one, God has already taught me a lesson that you can get 0 from the party and get 1,000 from online. As for that one, God has already taught me. So it's not about, say, nipa weba or appointing me, and I say, appointing me. Anyone who supports somebody because of what they will gain, that person also mark that person. That person is not a good leader, will not be a good leader. Yeah. So all the stories you are hearing that somebody went to meet in a meeting and said that if they can promise him a contract of $800 million when NPP remains in power, he will not contest again to be flag bearer. Those people, they should never, ever, ever become leaders. Yeah. If someone comes to you and tells you that, the reason I'm supporting this candidate is because he has promised me position. Those people, mark them, avoid them. The conviction should be what is in it for Ghana, what is in it for all of us as citizens. We all know, say, MPP nkwaneba baimuna obiati minya baby. Yeah. If you ask me the past 8 months, me kwami busu emuno. I have about 9 nephews and nieces who have gone to senior high school and have come out. Over 8 years. I have about 9 nephews and nieces. So I've gotten something from the NPP government. I don't need to go to somebody to give me money to know that I've benefited something as a citizen of Ghana. So Honorable Brian must explain to us why, when he knew that Bawumia was a bad person, that Bawumia as president would mean more and more people would die in Boku, why, when he knew all these things, he still went ahead to use his own money to sponsor the campaign of Bawumia? He must explain it to us. What was he thinking then? Let's forget about the tribal side. He must answer this question. This is the question he must answer. And yet tribal, no. Because Oko tribal side, no dear, people will use it. Whether we like it or people will use it for internal elections. People will use it. But the question, and they say, what na oka or the video I played to you, say, last year, no, say, Bawumia be kanu krea, he will tell you, say, Sika or UZ, Eddie sponsor the campaign, no, and yes, Sika kitwa. Which means, say, no businessman goes into anything for him to lose, oh. So it means, while you were putting your money into Bawumia's campaign, you wanted Bawumia to become president. So why were you doing it if you knew very well Bawumia becoming president, more people were going to die? Brian, come and answer this one. That's all we are asking you. Come and answer it. Ebusianfo, you can send your request. We are speaking about the statement coming from the Honorable Brian Champon, PhD. That is what we are speaking about tonight. Here is the voice of MPP platform.